What up, y'all? So I tried to pre-record this. It did not go the way I needed it to go, so we're just gonna go live. How about that? As you know, I am your girl, the Gemini Goddess. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. And in honor and celebration of my Gemini gang, both the Biggie and the Tupacs, I just wanted to take this time on the 1st of June to do a quick 30-day forecast on career and love for us, because Lord knows we like the money. We're not too good in love because we're always in our heads, but that's okay. We're going to get there, right? All right, you guys. So I don't know about you, but let's get this popping, shall we? All right, give me just 1 second. That's so funny. Let's see. Okay. I just knew it was gonna just pop up from my ass. Just pop up. That kind of thing, but it did not. Hold on, give me just a second, guys. I don't know, my phones are always going off. It is so funny. I am always somewhere pinging and buzzing. All right, there we go. Well, I thought that's where we were. Should show me. My shit is so delayed. It's not even funny. All right, so I think we're there. Okay, we are there. My shit is so delayed. It's not even funny. All right, turn that down because I don't want the feedback. All right, you guys. So let's get this started. So I'm gonna start with career first. I actually tried to do this earlier, and I had recorded it, but I guess I went over a little too long, so it would not allow me to upload it. So I'm like, fuck it, I will do it live. You look bitches. I know. I am so bad. All right, so starting out for the month, you have the Hanged One and the Ten of Cups. Now, keep in mind the first half of this is in regards to career. So when you see certain things when you're doing a career reading, it's not exactly the same as doing a love reading, and I'll explain that to you in a second. All right, so first up, you've got the Hanged Man in the upright, the Ten of Cups in the upright, the Lovers in the upright. That's you, Gems, and the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So, some of you may be feeling a little stuck. So two things. You may be feeling a little stuck in the professional industry that you're in, or the career, or the job, or whatever you're doing. But also, this card is a warning in this particular context, because it's about being careful not to close off your mind and have like a very narrow perspective of life. Try not to pigeonhole yourself in, so to speak. If you are one of those people that has always been a carpenter, for instance, or you've always been in one particular industry or another, don't be careful about believing that this is all you can do. You know what I mean? So like, if you worked in television for 30 years, don't be afraid to step out and go into film. Just because you have a bunch of, television experience doesn't mean that you can't still go back to medical school and become a doctor. So just don't pigeonhole yourself in. Also, you have the Ten of Cups and you have the Lovers. So you could be feeling pretty content about where you are. You could actually be in a space of fulfillment. Maybe you're in a job or you're in an industry where, you get all the good benefits and you got the pay you want and you get PTO and you can afford to fly your kids first class and all that great stuff. You're very happy where you are, and that's a good thing. Now, the Lovers in the upright, so this is one of two things. You guys could, so there's, like I said, there's two things. One, this could be speaking of your love for what you do, having made a decision that ultimately led you to something that you loved. Or you could be saying that, your love life and your work life are closely intertwined. Maybe one of the people on your team, or maybe one of the, people that work in your company is your spouse, so you really, really like the fact, like, this is really good, Gemini. This is actually, about you being in a place of loving what you do and being genuinely happy and kind of like having everything else kind of, fall into place around it. You are right where you want to be. The Eight of Cups in the reverse, you don't have any intention of walking away. There may have been some times where you felt like giving up or, cutting loose, but ultimately you are committed to this. You're right where you want to be, for better or for worse. That's pretty cool. I don't think that you are letting people know how much you love your job, because you have the King of Cups clarifying the Hangman. So you might not really show this at work. You might be really serious, and people just don't know. Like, you might be one of those people that you say you love your job and you do it very well, but the things that would normally excite someone else, like, oh, we closed that deal. Yes, let's go get some drinks. Or, holy shit, we signed that client. Yes, let's go get some drinks. You're kind of like, yeah, that was great. Yes, I'm very glad that we were able to accomplish that. Thank you very much. Like, you are very controlled when it comes to your abilities and your passion for what you do. Tell me about this Magician. You're manifesting something. Are you, some of you, this is not for all of you, some of you may feel like it's going too good. I know this is going to sound crazy. Some of you may be kind of sitting back wishing there was some drama, or wishing there was some kind of like, I don't know, some type of mischief. It's like, damn, don't nobody gossip here. Don't nobody talk shit about nobody. Like, where the tea at? I don't know why you would do that. I don't know who looks forward to drama in workplace, but okay. You may be coming to. Okay, so all right. I'm getting a picture starting to formulate here. So for some of you, you do like your job, or maybe you like the industry that you work in. So let's say, for instance, you work in, just off the top of my head, let's say, for instance, you work in the hotel industry, right? And you really, really like working in the hotel industry. You just may not necessarily want to work at the hotel that you're working at, or you may not want to work in the department that you're working at, right? And you don't want to be the one to like stir the pot. You don't want to be the one to rock the boat, so to speak, but you're wanting more. You're looking for more. You're thinking about, could you have more? Could you, is there something better out there for you? Is there something more closely aligned to your values, your dreams, your goals, your passions? And you almost have this energy of sort of wishing that someone would come along and disrupt this great thing you've got going. But I don't think it's in a malicious way. Yeah, I mean, you've got the Seven of Swords down here at the bottom, but I think you want your way out. You want your way out. You may have wanted to walk away. That's still the case. You may have wanted to walk away, but for some reason you couldn't. That's what it was. And I get that. You may have a family depending on you. You've got the Ten of Cups over here that you're trying to manifest for. You may have children that are depending on you. So, you just you can't just up and leave. I totally get that. But you kind of wish that there was something. It's almost like, if a meteor would just come, and I know that sounds very exaggerated, if a meteor would just come and just obliterate this whole property on my day off. It's like that kind of energy. It's like, man, if something could just happen to that company to where I could get out from underneath there, or that organization or this department, where I could just get out from underneath it. Like, I'm willing to take the hit. I'm willing to, scrounge around for a little bit, as long as it means that, I can bounce back. That's funny. That's so funny. Toot. Tell me about this King of Cups. The Devil in reverse. You may have people presuming, Gemini, that you are tethered to this position, or you're tethered to this, you're tethered to this position. It's almost like, this is so weird. It's like you have this energy, but it makes sense that you have the Magician down here, because this is kind of how we unconsciously manifest. It's like you have this energy of, I just wish that, some extensive or some exterior force or circumstance would come along and get me out of this job, right? Like, this is how you're thinking on the inside. This is what you're holding to yourself on the inside. And you're secretly kind of manifesting, like, man, that would just be the shit. If like somebody would just come in here and just turn this shit all the way upside down and get me the fuck up out of here. And at the same time, you have people on the outside that are like, yo, bro, when you gonna leave that job? Like, goddamn, you've been there since high school. You about to be 35. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get loyalty, but don't you want to grow a little bit? Don't you want to do something different with yourself? And you're just kind of like, boy, if you only knew. If you only knew, if I could just if I could, I would. If I could, I would. Tell me about this Page of Swords. Oh, there is an offer coming, Gemini, and divine timing. This is something that you have been manifesting. This is part of what you've been manifesting. There is something coming probably in the second week of June that it's going to be an offer. It might not be a big offer, but it's going to be something that you recognize for what it is. I don't know where it's like that little crack in the wall, a little sliver of light that lets you know that there's an outside world, and that's all you need. That's all you need. You are going to take a leap, like not take a leap, but you're going to make a decision to move on. You're going to make a decision to move on from this kind of toxic, mundane kind of, you know what I'm saying, type situation. You're going to move forward towards something that you love, something that you've been wanting. It is going to be a little scary. It's gonna have you in your head a little bit, but that's what we do. We're Geminis. We get the fuck in our heads. You know what I mean? But it may be also, and that's the thing about it. It's a small offer, so you may be taking a pay cut. That's why that Five of Pentacles is also there. You may be taking a pay cut. Or a slight decrease in pay, but just be patient. Universe is saying be patient. You'll get there. Yeah, this is a bit of a transition for you. You have every right to feel scared. You have every right to be a little bit intimidated, but you'll get there. You might have to make a few sacrifices. Maybe no cable for the kids. You may also find yourself working with people who don't seem to be like you. They don't seem like, on the surface, they don't seem to share a lot of your same common principles and thought processes. But you're actually going to find that this works out better. Instead of having a bunch of people that think like you and move like you, you're actually going to find that having people who have differences in opinion, different backgrounds, different perceptions, this is going to actually be something right up your alley, Gemini. So that's good for the month of June. A little transition taking place, something that might make you a little nervous, but overall, it looks like it's going to work out. And I'm definitely with that. I am definitely with that. All right, so let's get to what you came here for, shall we? Let's get down to the tea, baby, shall we? Let's get down to it. Let's get down to the love part of this. Already, we got the chariot. Moving on, are you moving from something or to something? Tell me about it. Tell me about this chariot, please. Moving away from some hidden feelings, maybe letting some deeper issues go. I can rock with that. Moving on to new things, moving on to new beginnings. Okay. You got the chariot, the moon, and the ace of pentacles. So far, so good. Tell me about the chariot. What are you moving? What's moving? Who's moving? Tell me about the chariot, please. You are. All right. So you've come to a crossroads, Gemini, where you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision about what's in front of you versus what's behind you. This is part of your divine design. This is something that's part of the divine plan. You have some hidden feelings about something, but the universe is saying be patient with yourself. You could be dealing with a fire sign. There's a lot of fire energy. You're still healing. That's why the universe is saying be patient with yourself. You're still healing. You are moving in a direction of compassion, love, loving yourself, wanting to be loved again. You are moving in a more holistic direction, which is good. That's very good. You're manifesting. Nice. What are you manifesting? You're manifesting the return of a cycle, Gemini. Somebody is. So this is one of two ways. If someone is seeing you in the Queen of Cups energy, this is about coming back now that you have healed. Making their presence known now that you've kind of stopped throwing shit all over the room. Now they're thinking about coming out of the closet. So you could be dealing with another air sign as well. Or you could be masking this King of Swords energy. And when I say masking, what I mean is that you're giving to the outside world this Queen of Cups energy. You're loving, you're nurturing, you're open, you've got this cup in your hand that, is so beautiful, and you are just patiently waiting on someone to give it to, right? But we all know that the Queen of Cups, well, maybe we don't all know, but it as typically happens when you are in a Queen of Cups energy, when you're somebody who likes to lead with your heart, people assume that you don't have a mind to lead with. And so what's happening is that while you're giving Queen of Cups energy to the outside world, and while you're just kind of out here like, ooh, love and roses, I wanna love and I wanna give roses, and I just love everything and everything loves me. You're putting out this aura of, I'm open, I'm ready for love, I'm ready for what comes with love, I'm willing to manifest it. On the inside, and what very few people can see and what very few people know, unless they truly know the Geminis in their life, is that there is not just some whimsical romanticizing and rose-colored glasses going on. There's a strategy to this. There's a strategy to what you're doing. I'm thinking, okay, so Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Gemini, you may be plotting on someone. I get the impression that this is not a general strategy. Like when you say that you are healing and when you are putting yourself out into the Queen of Cups and putting yourself out as the Queen of Cups energy, you are, I'm surprised I don't see the Queen of Wands here. You've got your eye on something specific, someone, something. You're desiring a new beginning with this person, but not just any new beginning. You want it to be full of passion and productivity. You see what I'm saying? Like it has to be passionate and productive in order for it to be victorious. And so that's what you're strategizing about. It's like, how do I get that love? How do I be loving, being my feminine without, getting my heart broken, without, becoming traumatized and scared and, having to go back through this healing process again? How do I become victorious in this game we call love? Good question. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles, please. All right, so you've got the Emperor. By taking control, and you know that by being decisive about what you want, clear about what you want, and actually making the offer yourself. So the Ace of Pentacles, the Emperor, the Page of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. What this is saying to me is, Gemini, in order for you to, and this is the part of the plan that you have not come to. I still think you're plotting on someone specific, but I haven't seen that just yet. You know what you want. You know that you will have what you want in divine timing. I don't think that you are really speaking on what it is that you want or who it is that you want. I think that's part of your manifestation process, not to expose too much too soon so that you don't end up jinxing it. You can't jinx what belongs to you, by the way. But in the meantime, you're also healing. You're also, you're not just sitting around just kind of like laying in the bed, even though she is. You're not just kind of laying there like, oh, what was me? When is love gonna come find me? You are laying there reflecting, being honest with yourself about where your strengths and weaknesses lie. But most importantly, you are strategizing. You are reflecting on old cycles. You are reflecting on old ways. And you're really thinking about how moving forward, how you can ensure that you are successful in this passion and this productivity that you want in your relationship. And universe is saying, get into your emperor shit. Get into your emperor shit, take control, open your mouth, because you have the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Instead of waiting for this new beginning, go get it, basically. Go get it. Take control of your life, take control of your destiny, speak your mind, say what you want so that you can get what you want. Because, let's be honest, nobody's going to know what you want if you don't tell them. Even the person that lays next to you every night for the next 20 years, they are not going to know what you want or what you need in that moment unless you open your mouth and you tell them. Tell me about the Ace of Wands, please. Tell me about the Ace of Wands, please. Eight of Swords. You may be feeling like you can't have this new beginning, this passionate beginning. I'm still leaning towards you're plotting on somebody specific. Because this, well, let me not say that. But I do. I feel like you are plotting on something specific. But the Ace of Wands clarified by the Eight of Swords is kind of like a back and forth thing. It's like, I want a new beginning. I want something passionate. I want something like this, X, Y, and Z. But I'll never have that. Listen, I have a motto. No buts, just period. And I'll tell you why. Mainly because I am a female with no ass. All right? That is God's way of telling me you are not built for butts. You are built for periods. That means that what you say is what it is. Don't negate it with the but. Anytime you put but after anything, whatever came before it is immediately null and void. If you want your new beginning, go get it. Period. If you say, I want this new beginning, but then you're confusing the fuck out of the universe. And guess what the universe is saying to you? Do you want it? Do you not want it? I don't know. I don't know. What do you want? Well, I tell you what. Holler at me when you do know what you want. Because until you know what you want, I can't give it to you. So, you say you want this beginning. Like in your heart, you want this new beginning. You want the passion. You want the wand. You want, you want to take over the world with your partner type shit. But I think just in your just having the experiences that you've had in life, Gemini, you may just feel like that's not something that's for you. Oh, and so you may make a decision for a while, which is another reason why you're in King of Swords energy. You may make a decision for a while to just kind of push love or the notion of having something like this out of your head altogether. Guess what though? If you do that, then that's what it'll be. That's what the universe is saying with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. And you will remain single. Nine of Pentacles. So basically, your message with love, is yes, you do need to move on. You need to move away with the Chariot. I do want to see, what is the Chariot about? You may have had some third-party issues in the past. You may have been part of a third party. Some manipulation, some lying, some broken hearts, some tears were shed. Yeah, definitely move away from that shit. Definitely, and you will, you are, and you do in divine timing. in due time. You do. Mainly because you find yourself looking out and, seeing what else is out there. It may not necessarily be specifically that you're looking for another person, or you have your eyes set on another person, but your Two of Wands is clarified by the Six of Swords and the Star. You're looking out into the horizon, into something calmer, into what you really want. It's like, yeah, this was good. It was all right in the beginning, and then it got really, really fucking crazy. But I'm out of that now. I'm maybe not over it, but I'm getting over it, and I still have hope. I still have a desire to experience good love. So now we get to it. This divine timing is in reference to either a Scorpio or I'll say either an earth or a water sign, specifically Scorpio, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But your King of Pentacles is in the reverse. So this could have been pertaining to a relationship with someone that you thought was really stable. You thought that they were going to be that one for you. And it turned out to be exactly the opposite. And let me tell you something about earth signs. Now, every last one of us has a light side and a dark side. Every last one of us has a shadow side. Every sign. Whether you're talking about Geminis, air signs in general, or you're talking about earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorns in general. Now, I will say this about earth signs. Because they are typically the most pragmatic signs in the zodiac, they tend to be the most grounded, productive, fiscally responsible, able to kind of keep things into perspective, those kind of things. When you see their shadow side, that can be very destabilizing, not just to them as an individual, but also to anyone around them. You know what I mean? So, for instance, the King of Pentacles in the upright, he's stable. He's a father figure. He's the head of the household. He is fiscally responsible. He is loving. He is caring. He is giving. He is everything that is really needed to cultivate a household. The King of Pentacles is somebody that you would really, really want as the head of your household. Now, the King of Pentacles in the reverse, that is someone who will destroy your household. I'm gonna just keep it as that. This is somebody who, while they can get a job, they may not be able to hold a job. This is somebody who, while they can get money, they spend it on the most ridiculous shit. Like if this is your partner and, you guys are sharing bills together, the King of Pentacles in reverse is not the one that's going to come up with his half. Like the King of Pentacles in the upright, if the two of you are living together, the King of Pentacles pays the bills. You see what I'm saying? He takes care of the house. The King of Pentacles in the reverse, however, what he does is he don't even come up with his half. He looking at you like you taking care of the whole thing, okay? And so if this was the type of situation that you were in, Gemini, what you found was either something was going to have to change or this relationship was going to die. And while the relationship itself may have done just that, it may have died, that was a divine vine. That was a divine moment. It was time for it to go. It was time for this energy to no longer be in your spectrum so that you could level up, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? And so with that being said, there is change, whether it be just you moving on and finding what you seek. But remember earlier when I said I felt like you were plotting on somebody, that's who you're plotting on. I was going to find out eventually. I know you didn't think I wasn't. I was going to find out eventually who you was plotting on, okay? And so here's the thing. This person, it could be an earth sign, like I said, it could be earth, it could be water. We literally have every sign here. We have earth, air, water, fire. But this person, if you want things to change, you're going to have to take the lead. That is what the overall theme is of your love read for the month of June. If you want things to change, if you want this new beginning, if you want this productive beginning, and you clearly are manifesting because you have the world in reverse, which is another, it's a major arcana, it's Taurus, but it's a major arcana for another earth. You know what I mean? It's clear that you want to go back to something. You want a cycle to either continue or start again. But in order for you to have that, and I say this with caution because as organic beings having these earthly experiences, we tend to want things that may not necessarily be good for us. And a King of Pentacles in reverse, it's not something I would think is good for you. Okay. But Gemini, if this is what you want, you can have it. You just gonna have to take the lead. You're gonna have to go after it. You're gonna have to speak your truth. You're gonna have to make the apology if there's apology being waited on. You're gonna have to make the love offer if that's, what you're waiting on. You can have your Ten of Pentacles, sort of. The reason why I say sort of is because your Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse, just like your King of Pentacles. So what that tells me is you can have something with this person. It's just not going to be the be all end all. Now, and these are your options. If you don't, because your Ten of Cups is in the upright. You see what I'm saying? So there is a part of you that's already happy. There's a part of you that's already happier than you were when you were in this situation before. So it's like you can have what you want with this person. You're going to have to go get it. And here's a fair warning. It's not going to be really what you want. You know what I mean? You're not going to be as happy as you think you think. You're not going to be as productive as you think, as you thought this could be. I'm going to tell you what this is. This is kind of like an energy of, I know this was rough. I know that this was not an easy situation to be in, but I want this person anyway. With a twinge of knowing that this person is the reason why this situation was not easy. It wasn't just that y'all had outside exterior forces maybe, coming up against you. Every relationship has that. It's the understanding that this person they weren't living up to their highest potential. They weren't putting in all of the work they needed to put in to bring balance to this relationship. They were not nurturing both the emotional and the mental aspects of who you are. Now, they may have been nurturing one with this Ace of Wands, you know what I mean? But they weren't nurturing, they weren't cultivating the whole thing. So the universe, and by the universe saying you can have it either way, that really doesn't surprise me because the universe is always working in our favor. If we ask for something, we'll get it, even if it's not good for us, because that's where we put our energy. So if you find yourself really wanting to manifest this energy back into your life, the universe will allow it to happen. The only thing is it's giving you fair warning by telling you you are happier here. You are happier today. You're happier now than you will be if you bring this person back into your life. And I think you know that that's part of why you're hesitating. That's why you're not trusting your emotions, because you know that your emotions are not going to lead you. They're not going to allow you to retain control. They're not going to allow you to lead because you will be being led by your emotions. And this is something that this person uses against you. I really don't know where that came from. So the universe is saying you can have this person. You can have this person and be happy for a little while, but you're not really going to be that happy because you're not going to have the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. You can be happy now because this is your current energy. You're happy now and be single. And some of you might actually be getting a little bit of attention from some other spaces. Maybe you're not really interested in those things, but you are being seen. You are winning. You are succeeding, Gemini. This is almost like why go backwards? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's saying. Like why? This is like the universe asking you, like, I mean, you want it, and I get that, and I'll give it to you, but why? Why do you want it? You finally healed yourself. You finally moved on. You finally, you're headed in a direction towards your ultimate wish fulfillment. Why would you want to go back? That person back there, they're still the same. You know what I mean? They're still running around, being unstable, breaking hearts, creating havoc, leading people down dark roads. Why you want that? Why you want that? You've been patient with yourself. You sat with yourself. You've healed. You're in this energy of being able to manifest anything that you want. And you choose to manifest the return of a cycle that's going to require you to strategize. That's going to require you to play games. It's going to require you to possibly manipulate to get what you want. That's not who you are. I mean, it is, but we don't like to do that. We're good at it. We just don't like to do that. It makes us feel all icky inside. You know what I'm saying? We're very good. Geminis are very good at mastering the game of manipulation, but it really does just make us feel all sorts of icky inside to do that to people, especially people who don't deserve it. You know what I mean? So I would say, Gems, be happy. Give yourself some time in June to think about what it is that you really want. Also, maybe keep an eye on this person. I mean, we are the spies of the zodiac. We are the spies of the tarot, so we might as well do what we do, right? But maybe keep an eye on this person. Kind of vet this person from a distance if you're really serious about getting back with them. See what they show you first. Don't just jump out here and be like, yeah, you came back and I love you. And that goes for new people too. Don't just take somebody because they showed up in your face and it's something new. All money ain't good money. Feel me? I love y'all. I'm sorry that I rushed through this. I really am, but I only had about an hour left. Like I said, I tried to record this earlier, but I did not get a chance to upload it. So I thank you so much for joining me for my live. I hope that this video resonated with you. If it did, please hit the thumbs up button. I really, really appreciate it. And if you want to be notified for other videos that I upload, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, Gems. Happy birthdays. Much love, peace, and productivity to you. Bye.